unlike history, real history that you were never taught in schools.
Why? The Vietnam War, nuclear bombs and nation building in Southeast Asia.
By author Mike Swanson, with new documentation never seen before that'll open your eyes to events that led up to this.
Why? The Vietnam War, nuclear bombs and nation building in Southeast Asia, 1945 through 1961.
Get your copy today at Amazon.com.
Why? The Vietnam War.
By author Mike Swanson.
The views expressed by callers, schools, or anyone else who happens to get on the air at Ocelli.com do not necessarily reflect the views of Ocelli.com or Chuck Ocelli, and we are not responsible for any stupidity which might ensue. Thank you.
Does this world get you down? Are you living your bliss? Tired of therapies that don't offer you any real direction or answers? Did you know that Maria does personal life coaching sessions? Save thousands of therapy dollars and get the direction and answers you need to live an authentic life based on your own personal blueprint.
Bunch of crap, guy.
All this typically in just one private session with Maria, not countless hours on a couch. Maria combines her professional experience, life experience, and her heredity intuitive gifts to get you back on track. Email Maria today for an appointment at maria@maria.net. That's MERIA at MERIA.net. Get on with the best life you can possibly have. Check out the other side of this happy, loving, passionate woman at www.mariaheller.com and avail yourself of the best coaching around, all in the privacy of your home via the telephone. Gift yourself with yourself. Make an appointment today. Write Maria@maria.net.
Go ahead, caller.
I'm interested in the truth about the JFK assassination.
Right. Well, what do you want to know?
Judy Baker's wild claim, Oswald girlfriend, she knew Ruby and Barry, cancer weapons. Really?
I imagine I could claim I have 4 wheels. It doesn't make me a wagon, but okay.
Oswald was on the kill team and trying to prevent the murder of John Kennedy. Come on now. Has a real expert on the JFK assassination looked into her claims?
Go to Amazon.com. Enter Judith Baker in her own words. You'll get results for a digital copy of a book where Walt Brown utilizes her own words and the known evidence in the case to get at, well, a different perspective, let's say. You can get Judith Barry Baker in her own words from the author himself, signed if you request it, by contacting Dr. Brown at KIASJFK@AOL.com. It's a fun book, and it actually dissects the many, many fantastic claims. Judith Barry Baker in her own words.
Thank you for all the great information.
In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks by Larry Hancock. Secret wars became a staple of U.S. covert operations and are still happening today. Larry Hancock's book, In Denial, rips the cover off many of them. Using new files, it exposes things about the Bay of Pigs that no one has ever written about before. It shows why it really failed and why the United States did not learn from it. It also shows why other countries today are doing secret operations with more success. This is the book that puts what some want to deny into the light. In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks. Larry Hancock. For more information, go to larry-hancock.com. Pick up your copy of In Denial at Amazon.com in digital or physical form.
Uncle, do you remember that time when Benjamin Fulford said that an Asian secret society was going to dispatch ninjas to take down the Illuminati?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, in the cartoon.
Yeah, did that ever work out too good?
No.
It didn't, did it?
Didn't work.
But here on Ocelli.com radio network, things work out a bit better, don't they?
Much better. I mean, it's clearer in understanding about the programs. The programs are much clearer. Getting live people into it. They really have a good conversation going.
Much better.
Much better scene.
I say forget Benjamin Fulford and his ninjas and listen to the Ocelli.com radio network.
I agree. It's straight to the point.
Straight talk.
And I like that idea.
Ocelli.com.
Expressed by callers, co-hosts, or anyone else who happens to get on the air at Ocelli.com do not necessarily reflect the views of Ocelli.com or GOTJ, and we are not responsible for any stupidity which might ensue. Thank you.
Warning, 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 warning. This is emergency broadcast.
I'm closing my microphone.
Code red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is another Friday night 341 episode. And here we have a very interesting, crazy story.
Uh-oh. Crazy. It's about to get crazy in here, everybody. Friday night, Ocelli.com, the Uncle Show. Crazy time.
What does a rabbit jump up?
Oh, a riddle.
To a clown do?
What does a rabbit jump up to a clown do?
Well, I just said, sidekick.
This is like the riddle of the Sphinx, Uncle. Is it to get to the gathering of the Juggalos, which is happening right now in Ohio, the great state of Ohio?
Bing! He hit the jackpot.
Really? Wow.
That's a good one, sidekick. You figured it out.
I did. Wow, man, I'm better than I thought, Uncle. I'm happy about that.
Oh.
Well, we got that riddle out of the way. Yeah, Uncle the Podcast, Friday, Ocelli.com. We're here. We're taking your calls, 319-527-5016. That number is open. You can call in and join us, or you can use Skype if you have it. If you use Skype, find our producer, Chuck. Type him a message. He's Charles Ocelli. Type him a message. He will call you. You'll be on the show. Or use your phone and call 319-527-5016. Uncle, should we have callers?
I have a first caller out. All right, Dave. Come on out there, Jimmy.
I don't know if we have a caller yet, but we may.
They should be coming out.
We have the chat room as well. We're live streaming, not just the radio live stream on Ocelli.com, but we have YouTube.
They're bouncing the balls again. I hear it.
Yeah, that's the sound. That's the sound of the Ocelli.com.
I saw it bounce the balls.
Let's see here. The Ocelli.com chat looks like we've got Chuck in there posting quite a bit. I posted a couple things. Random was in there. Phase Shifter's there. But we have YouTube, we have Twitch, we have Trovo, we have Kick.
What about that X?
We have X.
I've seen a lot of that X on this TV today.
Oh, it's making headlines.
For some reason, that X is absolutely crazy.
It's a big PR push, Uncle, is what it is.
It's a PR push.
Well, they want us to use the platform, and sadly I am. It's good for live streaming. I got to admit, I paid for the premium account on the Franzimulation account. That's what Uncle the Podcast is being beamed through right now.
Oh, it is? I didn't know I even was on that Beams thing.
Yeah, we're on.
We are live, so we're live on X right now. Then.
Yes, yes, we are. I reposted, so it goes through my Twitter, the Aaron Franz one. I reposted it on the Uncle Podcast X account, and anybody else. Anybody
who's listening, please feel free to retweet Aaron's link for Uncle as it broadcasts live.
Yes,
because there it is, live on air and taking your calls. Big old, thumbnail on the thing before you start it on Uncle the Podcast. There on the Aaron Franz at Franzimulation is the Twitter handle, and I am going to retweet it right now. So there we go. I repost. You guys repost. You never know how many people will listen, because guess what? This is the same platform that Elon Musk, the owner of the platform, just recently interviewed Donald Trump on. So therefore, big new attention to the X platform.
Oh, he did?
He did.
That was a good attention.
I
bit
thought
of attention
that's
seeking.
what I saw. Yeah. I saw that, though. I did see that.
I think that's what you're talking about, Uncle. It was a big news story.
That's
yeah.
a big story. That's what I heard. I saw.
The world's
saw, not said.
The world's greatest and most charismatic interviewer, Elon Musk, interviewed the greatest president ever, better than Lincoln, better than Washington, Donald Trump. So it had to be great. It had to be great.
This, what's his name? He ain't doing anything with these cars.
Oh, you're talking about
Elon Musk.
You're talking about Elon Musk and his company Twitter, or not Tesla. Tesla, the auto company.
He's not doing a thing about it.
You don't like Teslas, huh?
No. I still can't figure out how he does it with the batteries, and how does he get from here to
point A to point B.
Yeah, point A to point B.
What a car is supposed to do.
With the battery.
It doesn't
how
even do
this
that.
works on a battery, and he still can't figure that out.
That's how bad a Tesla is.
I mean,
it doesn't
that's
do
bad.
that.
Talking about that. Mm-hmm. Well, they have to have them out in the malls. They have to have them in their shop area.
You're talking about chargers?
Yeah, yes, that's it. The chargers. I mean, boy, if they go out, how often will a car go all the way out to take how much speed? Now, not talking gas, talking electric. How much actually driving can it do for, let's say, for example, a trip? Now, I'm still trying to figure that out.
So you're talking about the range of EVs?
Right. Yeah,
so your whole question about EVs and Teslas is, what is the range?
Range, right.
Well, you sound a lot like Donald Trump. He echoes a lot of the same concerns about.
What?
Yeah, well, it's funny.
That idiot.
Yes, you're a little bit. I hate to say this, Uncle, but you're a little bit in line with his concerns over EVs. Because before Elon was his best buddy in the world, he was just railing against EVs and they're terrible, and gas is the only thing that we could ever use to power a car. And, the whole, anything bad you could say about
I've
electric
had
car,
that thought before he even was mentioned it. To him a long time ago, before he even was represented. That dumb nut.
Well,
what are you talking about?
I
was way ahead of him.
He didn't cite you, Uncle. He should have.
What?
Trump should have cited you when he was complaining about the EVs. He should have been like, I was listening to Uncle the podcast, and he was talking about EVs, and this is what I learned about it. But he never did do that. It's unfortunate.
I said it ahead of him, though. If you remembered. If you remembered.
I'm trying to.
When I was talking to him before him, and was talking about, well, how we're going to do that with the electric, and he still, from this day, he still doesn't know how. With the battery problem, how are we going to go from B1 to B2? I mean, I've been asking that in my head. I haven't had an answer, or he hadn't had a question to tell me.
So you're kind of talking about, the question of, you want to drive across the country. Say we're in California in the West Coast. We want to drive to New York City.
Yeah, for example.
How do we make it there in an electric vehicle without getting stuck in the middle America somewhere, like in Colorado or whatever?
That's my point, sidekick. You're finally getting it in the head there. That's what I was trying to get through his head. How do you do it?
Boy, that's a good
That's
question.
the question I asked.
That's
the question I was trying to understand.
Take that, Musk.
Yeah, take that, Musk.
Uncle, we have Creative Accidents on Twitch in the chat. He's got a question.
What?
He's asking, how are we going from B1 to B2?
That's the question I'm trying to figure out.
I know.
I mean, this was back in the time when these are just starting out. You understand? I was just telling him before this started, and he was thinking of doing it. I'm back
when Elon was just getting into the EV market. Tesla was just starting.
Tesla just started. I was at that point. Not now. Now, it's go home, charge your car, or go to the mall, charge your car.
Things have changed. Oh,
things
Uncle,
have changed.
Creative Accents is saying, Uncle, I drove electric Porsche Taycan for 1 month and I hated it. Was my friends and I gave it back.
The electric car?
The electric, yeah, that's that Porsche model that's like it's like a SUV sort of thing. And it's I want to say, I've seen them around our parts out here in Southern California for sure. But Creative Accent's not on board with it.
There is one thing that is better than gas.
What's that?
Anybody know? That runs quite a while.
The ocean.
No. In a car.
That runs quite a while. The radio.
No.
I don't know. You stumped me. I'm not sure.
The diesel.
Diesel.
And let me tell you, it takes 2 weeks to empty that baby out.
It's all about the diesel cars. That's what you should start the Uncle Diesel Automotive Company. Would be good.
Well, that would solve the problem of have to go to the gas station every other week, like on your truck.
So good.
If you had a diesel truck,
yeah,
you wouldn't be filling it. For example, you wouldn't be filling it every week you get paid.
Okay.
You would have it when it's time to fill. 2 weeks, fill.
I like the sound of that.
It won't have to go like 1 week here, 1 week there. I know, because that diesel holds it much better than the gas.
Yeah, okay. Well,
and even though my sisters don't believe me, I did have a Chevy diesel.
Oh, it was a Chevrolet. It was a Chevrolet diesel car. That's
what I'm getting to.
That's a very controversial topic around this house, whether you did or did not own a diesel car.
They just weren't around when I was driving them, when I was driving it. That's what it is. And they don't even remember. That's what it is. That's what the bottom line is.
I can't say.
My parents knew because they gave me it. My parents knew.
Oh, your parents gave you the diesel car.
The diesel car. Chevy car. I don't. And I was driving that, and my other sister was in college in Tallahassee. The other one, I don't know. She was with dating someone else.
So many things going on at that time.
And yeah, at that time.
Well, that explains it. That explains everything, Uncle. If everybody was so busy at the time, they would not have noticed you and what you were driving. What your car would have been like. They wouldn't know what you were driving. They were too busy.
I know I had a purple car. I had that car. I had a truck. And then the big truck. The big Chevy.
Uncle, Creative Accents is saying, I love diesel cars. I had a Peugeot 505. Oh, look at that. Cool.
Yeah, and how much time did you have to fill it?
Well,
crazy.
I'm assuming he's agreeing with you that it's good for that reason and so many others. He says he likes them. Mm-hmm. He's also saying that he wants you to fight Elon Musk. With swords at the mall.
Oh, back to that again.
You like that idea?
Well, we had to get. Oh, I got one for him right here if he ever shows up.
We gotta go to Pure Blades.
Yeah, I have one. I know exactly what it is too.
Yep.
So if you steps anywhere in this house, get ready to stab.
Uncle, last time my parents came to visit, I was telling them about the phenomenon of the mall sword shop. And they didn't seem to know what I was talking about. I'm like, when was the last time you went to the mall? And they were saying that it sounded like it's been a decade at least since my parents have been to a mall. I'm like, look, if you go to any given mall, especially back in Pennsylvania, you go to one of those ones like in Campbell or something by Harrisburg, there's going to be a sword shop in that mall. And I was like, Mom, when did you go in there last? And she said it was forever ago. I'm like, do me a favor, get to that mall and see if there's a sword shop. I can almost guarantee there will be.
And then call us up, and if you've seen it.
Call us up, and we'll go there for quality control to see if it's as good as Pure Blades. So, yeah, that's no self-respecting mall is without a sword shop today. That's what I say.
Well, we're still trying to get to be in front of his store to do a show, but that fell apart.
We maybe we'll try them again sometime, but we'll just see.
I had talking to him. I did get to talk to him.
Yeah, we talked to the manager, but we never did get to the owner. That's what happened. Yeah, we haven't been. We haven't been in the mall for a while, so maybe we should go back. Oh, we got Sally Doll over at YouTube, Uncle. She's in the chat saying, "How are there not more sword mall attacks?"
More attack.
Yeah, you know how there's like mass shootings all the time. Why aren't people going? Actually, I remember there was. I think it was in L.A. There was a woman who had a sword and she was like going after people in the streets. Right?
I heard about that too.
Did that happen?
There was a lady doing that. Yes, there was.
Like this month, I want to say.
This month, this happened. It happened. Exactly what you're talking about.
You know?
These clowns come in the street. All right, I got a sword. Who wants to fight us? Dun, dun, dun. What the heck are you talking about, lady? Trying to do this crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. People seem to be like crazy gonna do all this crazy stuff.
You know why it happened, Uncle? It's because L.A. is a democratically run city.
Democratically city?
Oh, yeah, they're lawless. People run around poking each other with swords. It's a problem. It's a big problem, Uncle. You haven't heard about this?
I've heard about that one. I did not hear that one.
I've heard a bit too much of it, so I'm sure somebody said that about the sword woman. I don't even have to go looking at the internet to know that that's what happened. But let's see here. Creative Accidents is saying, Uncle, I had a system. I'd go flirt with ladies at truck stops, and they'd give me free diesel because my 12 gallons would be like a spill for an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, hand them that, and you get a big gallon of diesel. That sounds fair. That's a good idea. When does he have a diesel?
Well, he was saying that Peugeot he had, the 505 or whatever, but that's the French car. It was a French car.
Oh.
The French know how to make those diesel cars. Good ones.
Well, I think there should be more of that kind of car and get rid of the gas. Because the gas, you see the problems with the gas. It's fill up, fill up. It's constantly doing that.
Yes, it does.
It's that kind of rotation.
It does that to you.
And then you say, hey, where's my check? In the gas pump. I mean, but if you had it in a diesel car now, that had a diesel truck like that, you would have a little bit of cash on you.
I'm surprised that the politicians haven't glommed onto this idea of yours. Nobody's mentioned the diesel as the solution to these high gas prices. Nobody says that.
I know, because they do not know.
They don't?
They do not know. They don't think. It's those people out there, like Chuck says, that doesn't think.
Uh-oh.
That doesn't think.
Well,
and
you don't have to
think about that.
You do have to think about that.
About that, you have to think.
You should.
Yeah.
They ought to. I mean,
ought to. Everything else, I guess.
Forget it. Now, again, we are live, and you can call in to join us. The number is 319-527-5016. Skype, Charles Dowcelli. Type to Chuck, and he'll bring you on. But, yeah, we're live. Sally was laughing about the lot lizard reference of
there's a phone call. Hold on, that thought.
That's on a different...
who's this online?
That's on a different computer.
What's this?
That's a whole different computer. We're in a room with two different computers.
What the heck is that noise? I just heard a ding, ding, ding.
Were you thrown off by that, Uncle?
Wait. Is that somebody online?
That was a ding, ding on another computer.
The ting on another
Actually,
computer.
you know what?
What the heck is that?
I'm gonna fix
That was not my computer, Uncle. That's got nothing to do with me. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was somebody online.
No,
It's
Chuck
getting me
wasn't
confused.
Chuck wasn't responsible for that ding, but
However,
I fixed it.
There it is. There it is. I told you it was coming. I told you to pay attention, Chuck. There it coming.
All right, we have a caller here.
How come only Uncle heard my dings?
I'm the one that hooted, and then I heard a thing on over here, and this ain't it wasn't the thing.
No, the thing over there wasn't the thing. That's something else, but it just so happens.
Yeah, so it happens it was Jimmy online. Yes, Jimmy. What do you want? How you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing good here. Along your guys' line of thought, I didn't think there was anything. What's wrong with the hybrids? Don't you put in like a gallon of gas and it gets like 100 miles a gallon? What's wrong with that?
I guess.
Oh, hybrid vehicles. Yeah, they're good. Hybrids are. I don't think anybody's complaining about hybrids.
No, I'm not talking about the size of the car. I'm size of just the plain gas.
Yeah, but do you know what a hybrid is, Uncle? It's something that
What kind of vehicle rides around in? But with what in it? That's what I'm asking.
Well,
it's the gas. That's what I'm talking about. The fuel.
A hybrid does have gas, but it also uses electric, so it uses both.
It does?
It uses both.
Well, let's drop it out then. Tell them to drop out that gas and keep the electric on it.
Well, okay, but there's the problem. See, he still needs the gas.
What?
He still needs the gas because the electric doesn't go that far, so you got both. So this way you don't use so much gas. Yeah, it's a go-between, you know?
Oh, wait a minute. That's true. Because wait a minute. I take that back. There was a car. There was a truck. Truck someone had, and had 2 gallons.
2 gallons.
Two tanks.
2 tanks, right?
Yeah.
And if one went off, I have to switch the other one. Turn that on, and then they have to change. That is more like get there and get back. That I can understand.
Yeah, but that's 2 gas tanks, Uncle.
But
Look,
that's 2 gas tanks, right?
I got it. This was what the problem was, why Uncle was saying what he was saying. Okay, so imagine you ain't got 2 gas tanks. You got a gas tank and an electric tank, basically, right? So you got both. But what you do is the electric tank only goes so far, so maybe you need the gas to get back to the electric place. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There you go. So now you're getting it. And
I understand what Jimmy was saying. Now I see what you're saying, Jimmy.
That's a hybrid, Uncle. So that's what Uncle's just misunderstanding. He's thinking a hybrid's a problem. No. The hybrid is you got both. So this way, your battery dies, you're not stuck. Oh, no, what do I do now, right? No electrical thing. No, you can use the gas to go get to the battery and charge it again. See?
Oh. Do they actually have those?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's part of what they're talking about when they say a hybrid. What is the most popular hybrid? What do they call that? It's a Toyota.
The Prius.
The Prius.
That was the first and most popular still, yes.
Well, maybe that's the problem that Musk don't understand.
That he needs to build hybrids, not just full dedicated EVs.
Yeah.
He needs to get in a hybrid cake.
Well,
He was supposed to do that. I don't know what he ended up delivering. See, that's the whole thing with him. He promises cars. You go buy a car from this guy, and he's got to build it.
Oh, they build them?
Yeah, not kidding. Check it out. You see, he didn't make all his deliveries. And people sold Teslas, and they're going, hey, where's my car? They didn't make it yet. You see, he still some reporter even made, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like DeLorean.
John DeLorean?
But
yeah, like
DeLorean.
where he had like 1,000 sales and he only had like 10 cars. Right. That was funny. Where he had that. Now those are massive collector's items, but anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I want to help Uncle out though. A hybrid is you got both, Uncle. That's what you got to remember.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And
well, that may work.
It could work.
It could work that way if you think of it that direction.
And then Uncle in the chat, Creative Accidents is bringing up the concept of old Mercedes diesel cars that have been converted to run off of vegetable oil. He's asking if you've ever been behind an old Mercedes that smelled like French fries.
Oh, no.
That's what it is. It's one of I have heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard of it too, but no.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't have.
It's pretty cool that you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it though.
So you can get as far as I know, you can get the used oil from like fryers from a restaurant.
Well, yeah.
And then you take it and somehow, I don't know if you have to refine it or change it or what, but you use it as fuel.
I would think you'd have to change it to get it.
You'd have to clean it, I'm sure.
I would clean it and clean it
minimum.
out a minimum to make sure it fits in the tank and works right in the tank.
Yeah, it doesn't have debris that's going to cause problems in the
That's
lines.
probably what you have to do.
Yeah. I have heard of that. It would be cool to do that. It'd be really, it'd be bragging rights. Is like, yeah, I converted my old car to run off of fryer oil. That'd be really cool.
And you know why the rich always want to get richer?
Why they want to? Yeah, we know why they want to. Yeah.
Oil.
Oh.
That's why.
Fryer oil?
Fryer oil.
They want all the fryer oil. Okay.
Because the oil makes the thing fly up in the air. I resume it's cowboy pictures. Just back in the day, watching those cowboy pictures where they were taking an, hey, let's get this oil started, get this thing working. There come a bunch of oil up this thing.
Yeah.
That happened.
That's an interesting theme for the old westerns to play around with. Because,
right. That's what I'm just saying.
You've got that mix of the old Wild West that was untamed with this new coming in and exploitation of the land, pulling out the resources in order to build a new civilization on top, an unnatural order on top of the natural world by extracting nature's gold from out of it.
Right.
A lot of things you can play around with thematically that way.
I saw some kind of show like that, and they said, watch out for that oil come up. Let's go back to the oil thing. People trying to get oil up in the air, and those coals flying all over the place.
Creative Accents is saying Beverly Hillbillies, Uncle Jed.
Oh, yeah, that one. Him too, yeah. Hey, Mr. Uncle Jed. Uncle Jed knows what he was talking about.
Here's a question. Does anyone remember? I remember watching this silent film from like 100 years ago about that oil guy, Bird from Dallas, and now I can't ever find it. Has anyone else seen that? About how he comes and steals their land and basically forces them to sell it and then opens up his big oil business. And it was a real silent movie from like 100-some years ago.
Bird from Dallas, you said?
Bird from Dallas.
Yeah, you remember? Yeah, no, Hunt. I'm sorry.
Hunt.
The oil man,
Okay.
Hunt.
No, there's a lot of stuff on Hunt. Yes, but I don't recall that one specifically. But I could look.
See, I got that burn in my head. I'm pretty sure it's on one of the, like they showed part of it on one of those The Man Who Killed Kennedy series, and there's apparently a real 100-year-old silent film out there. There's about that guy, Hunt.
Oh, no.
It wasn't flattering.
Okay, if you're looking for the stuff they used on The Men Who Killed Kennedy, that's in another thing. That's on Evidence of Revision. They put it in. Where they have the silent film with the music behind it. They have a music track, like a piano track.
Oh.
Yeah.
No wonder I could never find it.
That's why. Look.
No wonder I could.
Right. If you want to find the clip that you saw, it's on the movie series Evidence of Revision, and I think it's on part 3 where they say LBJ and the Oil Men or something. Is the title.
I knew I'd seen that somewhere, but now I try to find it and I can never find it. Sorry, go ahead.
But at least you could find that piece there, and then maybe you could track it down from there. I know where that's from. I have a list somewhere where all that stuff comes from, origin-wise, because I studied it, but I don't recall off the top of my head exactly where that clip comes from. But it is an old clip. Yeah, and it was a silent film, and then they put the piano music under it. But initially, there was no soundtrack. Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry. I was just helping Jimmy with that real fast since he asked about it.
There we go. Okay, well, we got to the bottom of that one, Uncle.
Only got to the bottom of that. All right. So, What else does everybody want to talk about? I'm getting locked up here.
Anybody could talk and say anything they want. You may
Yeah.
call in. We're live streaming again, 319-527-5016. We have Jimmy here now. What do you want to talk about, Jimmy?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
At this point, even though we haven't heard from him in a long time, I'm totally convinced the Jetpack Man was Elon Musk. Any thoughts?
Jetpack Man. Uncle, do you know that guy?
Backnut Man?
Yeah, he had a jetpack.
Oh, yeah. You talk. Yes, I actually saw that dude going up in the sky and come back down. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, did you see that guy?
Yeah. And,
At the LAX?
He went up in the air, and then all of a sudden, he come back down. Landing somewhere. I don't know where this place guy was flying. Sorry, where he's landing to.
Everybody loves that guy.
Yeah.
We've got Green Seed over at YouTube now.
Green Seed?
Yeah, he's liking Jimmy's audio. He says it sounds good.
Oh.
So that's good. So we got all kinds of people in the chat. This is good. We're getting a lot of people on the live stream, Uncle. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on X. Oh, boy.
How is the out of state people listening there, Chuck?
Yeah. What about the German
people
pub? What are they doing, Chuck? What have they been up to?
What have they been up to?
We need updates on them.
Yeah, let me double check that right now for you. I wasn't looking at it because I was arguing with people in the chat room and having a private argument with a jerk. So, you now owe me $10, my friend, because the guy swore to me $10 if you can prove that. And there it is. There's your link.
Ooh,
okay, John. $10, Chief. Since you're gonna annoy the hell out of me while I'm trying to produce.
Ooh, he owes you $10. Wow.
Oh gosh. This is a podcast host, this John T?
Yeah, he said on his podcast, and then he was just harassing me in the room, and I realized who it is. You never been on Coast to Coast AM. I said I did it once. No, you didn't. Oh, there's your link.
There we go. The proof. Yeah, you definitely were, Chuck. Why would you lie about that? First of all, that's silly.
No idea. It's a stupid thing. Anyways, looks like tonight, Uncle, international listeners are low. You only have Canada in a few spots though. More Canadian listeners than usual. Let's see. We have Toronto and 2 unidentified Canada. And three unidentified Canada, different addresses. They don't tell me where they are. It's like the ones from the USA now. So USA and Canada do the same thing. One says Toronto, the one identifies the city. And
well, Aaron and Chuck, wouldn't the traffic be interrupted in the United Kingdom? Aren't they having like all kinds of unrest over there?
Well, I don't know, but we have no UK listeners, no European listeners tonight at all, and that's unusual for us. We usually have
usual because they're usually on the ball when they come to my broadcasting.
Yeah, it's odd too because our numbers look low on my stream software. However, we're getting a lot of engagement in the chat, which is kind of odd to have those two things at the same time.
Yeah, that doesn't normally happen. Exactly.
But we are doing something. We're doing a string of Friday night shows.
We are.
I have noticing.
We are.
And I think that might be bringing them sort of away for a little bit because of that wasn't doing. And I think that's the reason. I think we don't have the listeners or the callers.
Also, Chuck, Green Seed is saying he might be on Skype. Is he there on Skype? He's saying that you won't call him in, but he made a joke about it, so he might not be on there at all. It might just be
because he didn't ask. He sent me a crazy picture, but he didn't ask to be added in.
Oh yeah, he did. He said because he sent the weird chicken picture that you won't call him in. That's what.
No, I can see this up top there above the weird picture that startled me literally. It looks. I'll put the picture in the chat room and tell you why. I had this thing pop up real big, and I was like, "What the?" weird picture here. I'll put it in the chat room. You tell me if this wouldn't make you go, what? And throw you off for a second. Yeah, that's what he put in the chat room, in the Skype chat, excuse me. But I'll call him in. Yeah, I just didn't see at the top. He said, hi, Chuck, call me in, but I'll call in. But I didn't see that because I saw this crazy picture and I was like...
Too distracting, green seed.
You get distracted. I can understand how I can understand that.
You can't do
Getting
that.
distracted.
Yeah. Keep your eyes on the prize, which is calling in and talking to Uncle.
I thought he just sent me a weird picture, so I didn't think he was trying to call in. My mistake. Sorry about that. I'll get him right now.
Yeah. Chickengate, he's calling this. Oh gosh,
Let me hear this guy talk.
We got a whole new gate on our hands now, Uncle.
Let's have this conversation. I'm in for a conversation with someone.
I'm getting them. You got Jimmy, and now you got the addition from Canada here, coming in hot.
In the meantime, here's a random fact. Bogey was the 13th pick for Casablanca. Imagine that.
13th pick. Whoa.
Dang.
Bogart, they had 12 people for him. Okay. I did not know.
That movie would have never worked out without that guy. Just imagine Casablanca meaning nothing.
Dang. Film history, Uncle.
Well, it is a film history thing.
Serendipity.
Now on the O'Chilly stream, there's only 15 total listeners. Okay, so there's other listeners on YouTube and Twitch and all that, but there's only 15 listeners on the O'Chilly stream right now.
15. Yours is
and by my numbers that I'm being given, Chuck, there's not that many on the live streams. So who knows? Who knows what? I don't know if I ever can even trust these things anyway.
But I don't see anybody from Europe, and I'll tell you something else. We usually have a couple of listeners from Australia, and they're not there either. So I don't know what's going on.
Shadow banned.
That's because they're protesting there too. I think there's big to-dos going on over there, but our news never talks about it.
It's a possibility. Got a point there, Jimmy. That could be what's happening.
Robin, are they protesting on the streets of Canada now?
Yeah, the street Canada.
You know, there's been a lot of crows in my neighborhood.
Crows?
But I think that's just because they have a roost nearby, and it's that time of year to do that roosting.
Oh, they're doing a
The crows have come home to roost, Uncle. It's the prophecy was true.
Yeah, because it's
year.
like what's his name? Like it's squirrels. It's the same thing.
The crows up in Canada.
Yeah.
You know, other than that, though, it's pretty calm in the streets.
So
But I got to make a comment though. Jimmy's audio, the best it's ever been. Jimmy, good job.
Oh, you've been fixing it.
So Jimmy's
Oh, yeah,
audio
it is.
works as the crow flies and the squirrel crawls. Yeah. Okay.
Going straight. Still straight. Yeah. I don't know what's happened there, but
That seemed very interesting.
We now have 17 listeners on the Ochelli.com stream. Just so you know.
7.
Lots of Canadians today. That's good to hear. Fellow Canadians, hello.
Canadians are
Early-
finally understanding it's my hour came up. Now they finally found the hour. That's what it was.
Hey, Uncle, have you ever watched the Red Green Show of Canadian fame?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
They used to play that on PBS a lot.
Red Green.
Red
Is
Green
that a show in
thing.
Canada? Red Green, Robin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was big. That was big when I was a teenager.
Oh, cool.
One of the ones on the rabbit ears.
See that.
Yeah, he's the guy with the beard, and he's got like a fishing hat. He lives in a cabin.
Oh, yes,
or something,
yes.
right? Is that right?
Everything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't see that. You're right.
Can I ask a question about the situation there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm curious how this 3D printing's going on these days.
Oh, I've been doing a lot of it. I just printed up a bottle holder last night.
Bottle holder?
Yeah. I'm going to attach it to a magnet.
What?
It's my own custom bottle holder I made. Well, I mean, it's somebody else's design, but we've been doing a lot of 3D printing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know
I can say I can relate to Uncle's issues with the sound because I've had to modify my printing schedules to not disturb my sleep.
Ooh. Oh. Did you hear it last night, Uncle? It was going last night. Could you hear it?
That's the first time I didn't hear a thing.
Oh, there we go. So,
well, what was it that did it? Was controlling?
I don't know, because I had it on in the night. You should have. I don't know what the difference was.
Now
a little tip
you can do it that way if I don't hear it.
Okay.
And whatever that was, did it. You can do it.
We might have moved it from where it was before. I'm thinking by a little bit.
Maybe that's what did it. Maybe that's what it had to do to. Because what I hear, if it's loud, them damn walls you can hear right through my walls.
An example of what the sound.
With the sound and the noise and it shakes the top. It shakes the top to come down to my walls when it was on.
Is it going like?
But
those type of sounds?
Yeah. Something like that. Zip, 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 zip. What the heck is that noise going up there? What's that noise up there?
Like a bunch of mosquitoes having.
Right. I need to sleep, and then got all this noise. But what you ever did there, it was fine if you can keep it away.
Have you had?
I don't know.
Have you had any for yourself, Uncle?
Huh? Have what?
Do you have like any cool hats or anything, or did Aaron print you anything cool yet?
No, not yet. His son is gonna be a head of a wrestler.
Oh, Dwayne the Croc Johnson. Croc
Jones. I was gonna ask. He said he was going to do.
You familiar with that design, Robin?
You familiar with
that? Of Rock Johnson modifications. There, we got the Rock-topus. We got some other things.
Yeah, he's thinking of making me.
There's a Croc charm.
Yes, them Croc
Johnson.
Was gonna.
Speaking of Crocs, people have printed their own Crocs.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, well, that's what the people do when they look at these. And I looked on it here when he was looking at them. And I said, hey, pick this one. I gone through with him and say, he's got a few that he can do because of what I asked him for the Croc charms to do. You were inside then.
You make your own 3D models, right, Robin, to print?
Yeah, I've been working a year learning some of those things, and I've made a few custom jobbies.
Do you use Blender? What do you use?
I have used Blender a bit for more like the sculpting. I'm actually planning on getting a new computer soon to be able to do more elaborate sculpting. But then Fusion 360 is another one that's more like the CAD style where you're doing more precise things.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's good for like the engineering little like mechanical parts and whatnot if you need them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good to hear you're still rocking at it.
Yeah, it's a good time. The kids like it. It's fun.
So you do it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it for about a year now, and I actually just recently got the color changing option working, so now I can do 5 different colors.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And right now I'm doing a sheep with silver wool and black head and feet.
That's cool.
Just to do a little more testing here.
That's very cool. Yeah. The multicolored ones are awesome. Creative Accents is saying that we should make an Uncle Bobblehead. I actually had considered doing that.
Bobblehead?
An Uncle Bobblehead. I considered doing that.
That actually would be too.
I was just try that. I'll put that on my shoe. No, hold on a second here.
I was just talking about Funko Pops. Aaron, you think about a Funko Pop instead of a bobblehead? Because I love those.
Well, those are proprietary. We could do something that's similar to it in the style of, but you couldn't call it a Funko Pop. Yeah,
they have a couple of them. There's one called Mugs or whatever, and there's a couple of ones that are knockoffs of it. It'd be great. The Uncle Pop. The Uncle Pop.
Possibly too is have Aaron have Uncle sit in like a swivel chair and set up your phone on a mount and then use one of those scanning programs. You actually have a 3D scan model of Uncle's head.
Actually, you can take it from here.
something else.
Came to my head.
Take it
What
from
about
here.
what about an Uncle Poster?
Uh-oh. Sounds like Jimmy
Did we
cut.
lose Jimmy? Ah, that's a bummer.
That sucks. He was in the middle of something good there. You know what? I saw Lee Harvey Oswald bobblehead recently, and I was pissed because I almost got it on eBay.
Hey, why don't we copy one here, Fonz? We
But
can
a bob-
copy this
You're talking about copy your head?
on here, and then we can make
Oh, the backdrop. The
backdrop side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
bob-
can do it here.
well, that's the art for the box, Uncle. But you need an actual like head. You need an Uncle head, a really good Uncle head, to either put on a Funko Pop style, figure, like an action figure, or because the mugs, the Mighty Mugs or whatever, they actually have movable arms and stuff. So it'd be like a weird little action figure or a bobblehead. One or the other would be great.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see a bobblehead. All you need to do is make the body part, make the head part, and then attach it with a spring. It wouldn't be hard.
No offense, Aaron, but you are custom made for a bobblehead or a Funko Pop. You would be perfect as one of those two things. So I'd love to see the both of you. Like it's a pair. It'd be perfect.
Hey, yeah, put both of us on the thing.
There we go.
Well,
I want to get into the 3D modeling. I want to learn Blender and start making my own design. So maybe we'll see.
Now, Phase Shifters mentioned something in the chat that based on Robin's earlier work with the skulls, which I love. I wish I could have afforded a set of those things. He says an Uncle Bust would be tremendous. I know Phase Shifter can make an Uncle Bust.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Uncle
A
Bust.
little bust like the Ludwig von Beethoven one that didn't the Rolf Muppets character have one on his piano or something?
Yeah,
Do I remember that?
right. Or Batman had one where he pulled the head back.
Yeah.
For the Batcave in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I've printed a Frank Zappa one.
Nice.
A friend of
Zappa.
But yeah, if you're able to do it at some point, Aaron, do a scan like that, then I'd be happy to do some modifying and take it from there. But
And take a look at my what do you call it? My Skype icon.
Oh yeah, that's a bust. That thing is,
bust.
it is.
Yeah, it's an AI recreation of me as a bust.
Yeah, and if that image, I don't know who made that or what it is, but if it's an actual 3D CGI image, you should be able to make a printer file out of it and 3D print that, Chuck. You should ask the person who made that to see if they can get like an STL file or something from it.
I'll ask. I don't know what, but I get,
It won't hurt to ask. You might get something out of it.
Like I love the absolutely awesome art that Robin gives both of you guys and sometimes me on Twitter, on X, whatever. It's great stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like the Ocelli Shack, that thing is perfect. The Shack, right?
I'm using the desert imagery that you made for us. We're live streaming that right now. The Age of Transitions images. There we go.
Well, where's that one with the highway? He made like a highway with the Age of Transitions.
Yep, it's up there now.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, that one there. That right there.
Yeah, big shout out. Robin does some cool stuff. Just even the stuff he does for us, like on the fly, is great. I mean, I can't even imagine some of the other cool stuff he's probably doing art wise. So, check it out on. What's your Twitter handle again?
Broken Rib.
Broken Rib.
Yeah.
And then
I don't really post too much stuff on there these days in terms of art, but on occasion.
Do you put it on Instagram or anything like that?
I do have a page for my more like my stone carvings and some other 3D printed stuff at RUNGER art is the page there if anyone wants to check that out.
So at Runger Art, RUNGER.
That's right. That's right.
Cool. And I want people to check it out because it's good stuff. Anyways, all right, I'll shut up now because you guys got about I don't know, at most probably 10 minutes that we didn't run over your time and all that. So go ahead.
All right. Well, Uncle, seeing as how we're at the end of the show, we do have callers. Why don't we just shift in the shout outs right now? How about that?
Well, Jimmy's gone. You only have Robin right now.
Oh.
Where'd Jimmy go?
I think we lost connection. Perhaps.
Oh, that's when we lost connection.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I didn't disconnect him though.
Oh, okay.
I think he only
then
gets.
let's get a shout outs then.
Only gets 5 minutes from his jail cell.
5 minutes from his jail cell.
That's right.
I wonder if he's single.
If he's single?
Yeah. I'm just curious.
Oh, and also before we do shout outs, I'll say, since we have so many people in the chat room, Creative Accent, Sally Doll, you were in there a minute ago, Robin, and I'll shift over to the Ocelli.com chat too. If anybody wants to give shout outs in the chat room, I'll pull them up on the live stream so people can see. So be sure to shout out there.
You see the naked chicken there?
I see the link to it. I haven't seen the actual naked chicken yet. I might have to check that out later, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
Oh, by the way, did he ever call that chicken sign? Or is this him? Oh, wait a minute. You told me this is him.
It reminds me of the Muppets again. This is like Gonzo, the character that was...
Oh, yeah.
He was always sexually attracted to chickens for some reason.
Well,
it reminds me of that now.
Yeah, I remember.
That was always hilarious.
Yeah, he's going nuts, that guy.
That was really funny. But anyway, Robin, who you got to shout out to?
Well, you know, I already did earlier, preemptive, but I'll shout out again to all the Canadian listeners there. Keep it Canuck. Keep it Canuck out there.
Keep it Canuck.
And call in time.
All right. Robin, it's great to have you, man. It's great to have you. Call back anytime. We love having you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the 3D print update there. It's good to know. It's not bothering Uncle anymore.
No, it isn't. That's surprised. I didn't even know it was on. That's how I want. Not to hear it.
So you want it to be.
Right. I don't know how he did it.
All right, we'll see you next time, Robin.
See you
Take it easy,
next time, next week or whatever.
Okay, so there was Robin. Let's see. I don't see. Oh, shout out to Uncle who makes it fun for us. Creative Accent says.
Oh.
I just thought he was a chick magnet. Oh, Gonzo.
No, that's the guy from Streets. The Streets.
From the Streets. The guy from the Streets.
Guy from the Streets. Crazy Accidents.
Oh yeah, the Street Team. He's like the leader of that.
Yeah. Street Team.
Uncle, do you have a shout out?
Shout out to everybody that had listened, and there are a few that out of country, and you all in the chat room.
Yeah.
And everyone else.
Yeah. And shout out again to Robin unrest on Instagram. Press the button there for him, our friend. Do press the button on Instagram for Robin. Press the button for @Uncle Podcast.
The Uncle Podcast. Push that button. You'll get some more action and talk.
Shout out to anybody who actually is retweeting on X the live stream. That's going to help. When on these Friday nights, it's going to go out through my X account. I'm going to repost it through Uncle. Chuck reposted through his. If you can retweet it, repost it, whatever we call it now. If you can do that, that's going to help. So thank you. Shout out to you doing that. Anybody doing that?
Shout out to them.
Yeah, we're live on Ocelli Radio, Ocelli.com every Friday. Uncle, we should be doing another live stream tomorrow, Saturday. I don't know what time of the day. I don't have a schedule for this. It's just sometime in the morning or afternoon. We'll probably do a VHS watch party.
Anybody? Matter of fact, talking about the watch parties. Anybody seen it last week?
Oh,
that was a good one.
They missed it.
You should have been watched that one.
Nobody was live with us in the chat room. They missed.
They missed a good one.
They missed.
And the first one, he rated excellent on. For you people.
This was really good.
First time I ever heard him do an excellent one. That's crazy.
But you can watch us. You can watch that stream. It's on the YouTube channel still. It's again @Uncle Podcast, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, UncleThePodcast.com. Live every Friday. Live tomorrow. We'll watch another crazy VHS tape because we still have a few left from the thrift store. We love it. Please watch with us. It makes it better when we have everybody there watching with us.
And what was it good in the chat right now?
Sally,
you missed a good one too. Man,
they all missed it.
You missed it.
Yep. But anyway, thank you for listening. Uncle, why don't you bring us home for the
341 in the books. Bye-bye.